This is Josh with Lucas Lighting. In this video, we're going to talk about the need for better lighting, specifically headlights. We're going to look at some statistics from places like AARP, AAA, IIHS. We're going to talk about the human eye, and then we're going to talk about your car and how we can help you see better at night for a safer drive with lights from Lucas Lighting. Let's get started. All right, let's talk about the eye, aging America and deteriorating vision. The ratio of Americans over the age of 50 is increasing at a rate not seen since the end of the 19th century. We've got a lot of baby boomers now in their 70s. We've got a lot of Generation X that are over 50. In fact, there's only a little bit of Generation X still in their late 40s. On average, it takes twice as much light for a 50-year-old to see at the same level as a 25-year-old. When you're 25, you've got about 120 million rods in each eye. By the time you're 50, you're down to 105 million rods in each eye. Rods are responsible for nighttime vision, among other things. Have you ever heard a grandparent, parent, or maybe found yourself complaining that you just don't like to drive at night? Maybe you don't know that there's a better way, a better option. With diabetes cases increasing in the US, degenerative eye diseases are also on the rise. My best friend is an optometrist, and so I hear about this all the time. AARP, the National Institute of Health, and many others have been discussing these issues at length. Have you ever gone out to dinner with an older group of people and it's a dimly lit restaurant? And of course, the first thing you see is they pull out the glasses and they pull out the flashlight on the phone. This is what we're talking about. Let's talk about the cars, what the safety experts have to say. Since 2016, the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety has been rating new car headlights. We have a different video that goes into more detail on this, so check that out on the channel if you want to see more. Vehicle models received ratings of good, acceptable, marginal, or poor. All of this data is in our bulb finder. So if you look up your car and they did test it, it will be at the very bottom of your bulb finder results. In 2020, 156 models were tested. How many do you think were rated as good? Only six of them, only six out of 156 were rated as good. IIHS estimates that 30 to 35% of nighttime crashes could be avoided with better headlights. Another statistic that's not on here is that we actually have about 50% of our accidents happening at night, and we only drive 25% of our time at night. Let's see what AAA has to say. We're only going to read the highlighted text here. AAA's test results suggest that halogen headlights found in over 80% of vehicles on the road today may fail to safely illuminate unlit roadways at speeds as low as 40 miles an hour. A lot of times it's even slower than that. By failing to properly light roadways at moderate speeds, a pedestrian or animal may not become visible to a driver until it's too late to stop. Let's show you what that looks like. Driving faster than the speed of headlights. So if you had a good rated car, you would actually have about 200 feet of distance over here, but there's only six of them. So there's not very many cars that are actually past this 160-foot mark. In fact, the majority of cars are actually well below the 160-foot mark. The 2020 F-150, for instance, only has 80 feet. So that car is actually kind of dangerous to drive at 30 miles per hour. The Chevy Colorado is another version that's in about the 80-foot mark. So the first number that you see, that's your reaction time. So you see something in the road, you move your foot from the gas pedal to the brake pedal, and you start applying the brake. And then the second number is the actual amount of feet that it takes to stop. So at 20 miles an hour, you're pretty much safe no matter what. You can have a really dim halogen lights and you'd be just fine. At 30 miles an hour, if you have that 2020 Ford F-150, you're probably going to be tapping that thing that's in the road. It's not going to be a hard hit, but you're definitely going to hit it. At 40 miles an hour, the object is 163 feet between reaction and stopping distance. So if you have that Ford F-150 again, you're definitely going to hit that hard. So definitely 40 miles an hour is unsafe. 50, 60, 70 is definitely out of the question. Now, if you were to be equipped with Lucas lights, you could probably double that depending on what series you're going to be in and what your housing looks like in terms of glare and projection. But much safer because you'll have a lot more heads up time to avoid obstacles and apply your brakes and brake in time. So we'll close with the facts concerning factory headlights. So halogen headlights are generally rated for about 2,000 lumens per pair on low beam and 3,200 lumens per pair on high beam. It's low temperature light, which means that it's not really white. It's a little bit of amber. And these lumen outputs are only when new. These dim over time. Every time you use them, they get more and more dim. There's only so much gas in that little bulb, and it gets depleted every time you use that light. Operating temperatures are really high as well. Operating temperatures are at 300 degrees. It gets hot almost immediately. If you hold on to a halogen bulb and you fire it up, you are probably going to burn your fingers. Halogen headlights are designed to be replaced every 3 to 5 years, not just when they fail. So these lights are getting dimmer and dimmer, and eventually they'll hit like a rock bottom output. You'll see a car that's like a 2019, 2020, 2021 on the road when you're driving at night, and you'll see that it's like candlelight coming out of the front because those lights have just dimmed to rock bottom over time. There's no light that's going to come on your dash to tell you that your lights need to be replaced. That light only comes on when the bulb finally burns out. So there's a good window of time where you're actually running at rock bottom output. HID or xenon bulbs work a little bit better. They're 4,800 to 6,400 lumens, so about double what halogen is. But they also dim over time, similar to halogen bulbs. Their operating temperature is twice as much at 600 degrees. We've actually seen bulbs go up to 800 degrees. These are also really complicated. They require ballasts and ignition, and the parts are expensive. The current US headlight standard is among the worst in the Western world and has been in place since 1967. Halogen technology is now about 120 years old. There's a lot of really great new technologies that we're unable to get in this country because of our regulations. Extended visibility equals more time to react, as you saw in that graphic with the road. If you have more light output, you have more time to react, and you're going to be safer at night. Why better lighting? Is there a need? Absolutely, there's a need. Why better lighting? As you saw, we just want to see things in the road with enough time to where we can react and we can stop safely before hitting any objects or animals for a safer driving experience at night. See what Lucas Lighting can do for you. Contact us with the information on the credit screen, and we can get you with a dealer and help you make some choices for your car. Any additional questions? Call or text 408 623 1380 Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5 CST. You may also email support@lucas-lighting.com. Thanks for watching.